Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Raquel Gabrielle. I'm author of two fantasy novels so far, with many more on the way. So let's get started. First thing I wanted to talk about today is how Camp NaNoWriMo is going so far. So far, I am behind about 4,000 words or so. I did get behind this last week. I did try catching up this last weekend when I had a couple of days off. I did get some good 5,000 word days, both on Thursday and Friday. And uh, the other 2 days was just 3,000. But it didn't get, I wanted to do 5K for like 4 or 5 days, and then I would be for sure caught up. But that didn't work out quite as I was hoping. But I did hit some good uh, ideas. I worked through some things that were slowing the story down, so that I have planned out. So when I was doing those 5K word days, I had pretty much the scenes thought up. I was just needing to write them, and I would kind of jump from scene to scene depending on what I was in the mood to write at that moment. And it worked because it got me through 2 or 3 chapters. And then I hit a slow spot, kind of a slump, where I knew like 1 or 2 scenes in the next 4 chapters or so, but I didn't have it all together. That's where I kind of did some brainstorming to get past that, and now I have more scenes to kind of flow throughout the next couple of chapters. So these next few days, I'll probably write a little bit more than normal on those because I'm going into the next 50% to 75% of the book. And then after those chapters, it'll kind of go to 75% to 100% of the book. Um, this one is definitely going to probably hit around 140,000 K. Right now, my word count is at 73,000. Yeah, 73,000 right now. And I don't see it slowing down. There's still a lot of scenes that I have to go through, a lot of description. Um, and I know I still have to add some more words at the beginning. So it's definitely gonna get up there, bigger than both my first and second book. Um, but not too much bigger, but it will be bigger. I also wanted in this video to go over so I mean that's kind of my halfway point for Camp NaNoWriMo. I'm hoping to catch up. I still have 3 weekends and I just do have still a couple of days off, so I do hope to catch up on that because I still want to hit 50,000 for this month. I know it's not the end of the world if I don't, um, but I'd still like to. The other thing that I wanted to talk about also was there's a couple of things. First, today is my puppy that I got a year ago. It's her first birthday today. I had a lot of fun with her today. It was basically her day of fun. Um, she gets a lot of those, so it's not just, random, but we woke up, we played fetch. Um, she got some special treats. She got her pup cup, and we took her to the toy store, PetSmart, and we were already gonna go there because we had to get, a training leash for her so that we can work more with her on heel. Um, she's got normal walking down pretty much. It's the heel part that is still she's good, unless if, there are people or dogs around, then she's, she sometimes gets a little more excited than normal. So we're working on that, but, we also stopped and got her some stuffed animals or some chews for her to, play with. Um, and so she's resting now. She's kinda pooped out from the day, but she had fun. And I had a blast doing it. And the other thing is I kinda wanna discuss, was my year in review. I have been doing this now for about a year, author-wise, kinda getting my business ready. Publishing-wise, that wouldn't be till June, 'cause my first book was published in June of last year. Um, so what where I wanted to see myself, this is kind of exactly where I would see myself. I was gonna be probably on my 3rd book, which I am, working towards getting that published. So I'm kind of back then where I saw myself around this time. It's kinda exactly where I'm at. I definitely write down my plans quarter by quarter. I made, like, a yearly plan, but I also make quarterly plans because those may change or fluctuate throughout the year and may get bumped off some quarters to go into different quarters. Um, so I do make it quarter by quarter. Last year, I didn't fill it out as detailed as I probably should have, only because there was so many new things I was going through. I didn't know what I would have time for, what I wouldn't. And yeah, so from that, I just kind of said, like, book one, I'm going to complete. Book one's going to sell. I'm going to work on book two. I'll kind of be in this next year a little bit more exact and maybe have a bit more details to it to kind of flow better. And I have also ideas where I want to put new things and list other things that I want to accomplish, including with this channel, to kind of grow my author career, my author platform. I Looking back over the year, I you don't realize how much you do within a year or within just a few months. I noticed at the beginning of the year, I only had like a couple things on the list that I could say that I technically accomplished. Um, and then as the year progressed, there was just more that I kept on listing where I kept on completing. Because even though I would start them earlier on in the year, um, I would just chisel away at that project until it's finished, and then I could mark it completed later on. Sometimes those projects would take me more than a month, sometimes a few months, sometimes just 1 month, but mostly few or more months. It's kind of like the book. It, yeah, I can write 50,000 words in a month on a good month, when I don't have other things going on or be pressed for time. But are they 50,000 words that are going to stay in there? No, because you're going to edit them out or change things on how it is. So a lot of it still, there's a lot to go into it. And also, my books are usually more than 50,000 words. So, of course, that adds into it where it's taking longer than just a couple of months. Because I've realized it takes a couple of months to write the book. It takes usually about a couple months. I'll say 2 to 4 months to write the book if I was going nonstop, which I don't. I do take breaks in between. Um, and I might switch books. I might be working on 2 different books at the time. Um, so like I said, it could take 2 to 4 months to write the book, even more if it's a longer book. And then takes about 1 to 2 months to edit. And then getting things ready can take as much time as you need. I've got it, I think, down 2 a month maybe, where formatting and getting everything ready and booked and marketing, I still haven't really perfected that part because I've only had 2 books out. But I plan to, in the future, kind of finesse that and make it a little bit better. Trying new things, also, that comes with the territory of publishing. Every release, I feel like there's something new always going on, either marketing strategy wise or publishing. This last time I hadn't used pre orders before, so I was learning pre orders and how each site, each upload site is a little bit different with pre order wise. So that's fun. This next year, I have a feeling that it's going to be even busier than the first year. But I'm still having fun with it. I still like writing. I still love writing. Honestly, it's the best part of my day. Helps me work through a lot of stuff, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Uh, if you enjoy just writing, I highly recommend going this route and just getting your stuff out there and growing. I'm not perfect. I mean, I don't know anyone who is, but um, so just do the best you can. That's all anyone can ask, and get your works out there. Some people out there will enjoy, and there'll be some that won't, and those people aren't for you. But the ones that do, they'll live for your work. They'll live for you as a person, and it'll just be amazing. Um, you don't realize how many people a person touches in their life, and it could be just simple as just saying hey or just talking to them, and that meant the world to that person. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm writing or when I'm coming out with this, because sometimes it can be scary, a little nerve-wracking, nervous, but just got to keep on moving forward and moving past those butterflies. But I do plan, next year, or well, 2023. We're talking about this year, technically. 2022 was a blast, but 2023, we are doing amazing things for more than just. It's 2023 is going to be a great year regardless. First of all, because apparently this is the year of horror, and I love me some horror films. So I've already started watching some scary movies, and it's not even Halloween yet, so that's always a plus. I love horror things, horror themed, horror watching. Of course, my nighttime sleeping moments don't always like it because sometimes I stay awake then just thinking. But that's okay. That's for me to worry about, and yeah. um, but so I'm working on book 3 after for Soul Saga. I plan to, in the future, my next book, either I think I'm going to take a break from the series for a little bit, just one book, just one. But then I'll come back to it. I plan to do a standalone. It's going to be a retelling. That's all I'm going to say about it right now. It is going to be a retelling of something. I'll kind of keep you posted as it. I do already have some book covers for the next couple of books, so I'm excited about that. I also have some ideas for after book 4 and 5, and I do have some ideas for some spin-offs to a Soul Saga. So even when her story ends, there will be other characters that pick up their side stories. So it'll be exciting, and I am really excited with what is to come. I have a feeling it may take a couple years to get there because I do have a lot of story ideas. I keep them all written down, um, title ideas and plotted stories that I have ideas for. And I do plan to get to them. Some stories take kind of a back burner um, to others, but and it depends on if at the time when I'm writing it, if it come like the story starts flowing, then I'll go with that story. But I also have to give myself the freedom to um, be open to moving to a different story if that one's not speaking to me at the moment. That doesn't mean it won't get written. It's just it's gonna go on the back burner for a minute. Um, that is not why I am going to take a break from book 4. I just I've been this will be the third book that I'm writing in the same series. I just want to kind of switch to something a little different, but then I will come directly back to it with that 4th book. The reason also why I want to let it sit for a minute is because right now there I have enough scenes for book 4, of course. But I do not know if there's going to be a book 5, and that might be because of a side story that I kind of have to think through that might come in between there as well. Um, but I have to kind of think that out and flesh it out a little bit more before I can for sure say if there's going to be a book 5 or not. I do have title ideas for book 5, but yeah, in some scenes, but like I said, I it's not a full flesh book, so I need to work out if that's going to be possible for book 5. But I will keep you posted. I will write when I know more, of course. These are just thoughts that I have for the future that I'm excited to share and want to tell you my plans because I know I'm still new to you guys. Like you guys are going to be taking a chance on me, so I want you to know kind of where my head is heading towards and going to. But yeah, that's my plan for the next couple of books. I do plan on other series that I have planned, and I have a couple standalones as well as this main one that I'm working on. But that's all I got for you. Have a good day. Bye.